All right, event number 3, let's talk about it. It's gonna be set up here on the rig, okay? And as prescribed, let's go through as prescribed. It's an 8-minute clock and it's an EMOM. In minute number 1, you'll have male athlete 1 and female athlete 1 doing 5 synchronized toes to bar and 5 synchronized D-ball over shoulder. Now we are going to be a little loose in our understanding of synchronized. The expectation is that both athletes are hanging at the same time and are on the same rep. If their feet don't touch the bar at the same time, if their hips don't open at the exact same time, that's okay. But the expectation is they're on the same rep at the same time. So if it's a little up and down, it's okay as long as they're on the same rep at the same time. So judges, I'm holding, I have a high expectation for you guys to be able to discern a slightly loose understanding of synchronized. And if we have more questions, we can answer those day of, or feel free to email back. But 5 synchronized toes to bar, which means both athletes are going up and down at the same time, but maybe not touching exactly at the same time. Followed by 5 D-ball over shoulder at the same time, which means both of the D-balls are off the ground at the same time and they're going over the shoulder. They're both on the same rep at the same time, right? But not games standard synchronized, right? A little bit looser than that, but let's have some integrity in our calling. Once they complete 5 toes to bar and 5 D-ball over shoulder, then they will have the opportunity to get on a bike and a rower and begin biking and rowing for max calories. We will have 2 judges on this event. One judge is responsible for making sure that reps are good. The other judge is responsible for recording calories and resetting bikes and rowers. I'll show you guys the easiest way ever to reset the bikes and rowers when you guys get here Saturday morning. But just know that 2 judges per team, one judge counting reps, or rather making sure reps are good. The other judge is keeping track of calories and resetting bikes and rowers. Now, minute 1, 3, 5, and 7 go to male athlete 1 and female athlete 1. Minute 2, 4, 6, and 8 go to male athlete 2 and female athlete 2. The teams must remain together throughout the EMOM. There's no switching teams. Mid-EMOM, they must stay together. Also, when male athlete 1 and female athlete 1 finish their minute, they have to tag out. They have to be off the bike, off the rower, tagging out in order to complete their minute before the next group can start. Very, very, very important. So as prescribed, 5 toes to bar synchronized, 5 D-ball over shoulder synchronized, and then remaining time, max calories, bike and row. For the scaled athletes, they're gonna have 7 hanging knee raises, right? And just to make sure the expectation is clear, I'm hanging, open shoulder, my hip crease, my knee is going to get above my hip crease to complete the repetition. And before I begin the next one, I'm expecting for my hip to be open before the next rep can be completed. Now these are also synchronized, which means the athletes need to be on the same rep at the same time. Again, slightly loose translation, but if one's on 4 and one's on 1, they're both on 1, and you need to be vocal with your athletes to remind them that these are synchronized hanging knee raises. As soon as they have completed 7 hanging knee raises, then they have 7 slam ball over shoulder. So as prescribed, it's 100 pounds for the guys, 80 pounds for the ladies. For scaled, it is 30 pounds for the guys, 20 pounds for the ladies. And just like RX, as soon as they finish 7 and 7, they're getting on their bikes and their rowers and they're getting max calories for time. Male and female athletes still tagging out before the next group can begin, but they must be done at a minute, no later than a minute. If they are still going at a minute, judge number 2 who's watching the bike and rower, make sure that you're recording the scores either when they get off of their bike and rower or at the end of the minute. So if they are still on the bike and the rower, at the end of the minute, you will count their scores where they are. But if they get off the bike or rower 5 or 6 seconds early to advance to the tag out to give their team a chance to get on the bar at the minute mark, then we will record the scores when they get off. No residual calories, no ghost riding. We're not counting any calories where athletes are not on the bike or rower, and they must be off the bike or rower to tag out for the next group. So again, we'll go over how to reset the rowers properly to make sure we don't have any issues there. But that is event 3, the scenic route. Let me know if you have any questions. Stay tuned for the final event.